Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to another O-pinions in the Ozone. I'm your host, proprietor, Omar Bashan Evans Sr., CEO and owner of Diamond Management and Marketing, as well as this joint you're looking at right now. First off, I'd like to say this. I'm not going to be here long, but there's something I'd like to share. One of the big problems that we have is that we use people for an experiment. When I say use someone for an experiment, you'll think you're into the person. You know, that's your emotion. That's not your thought process. What's happening, Brittany? All right. Good to see you. Good to see you. But what happens is people will... All right, I'll give you an example. Ladies, you see this guy. I'm speaking to the ladies now. Ladies see this guy. They perceive that they feel the guy. But everything in the world is screaming to you that that's not the guy. So what you'll say to yourself is, well, maybe if I do this, maybe he hasn't been loved, maybe let things be what they are. If they're not the guy, they're not the guy. Okay? Because what happens then is, I know you've heard the story before about the person that found the snake out in the cold under a log, and he nursed it back to health, he saved it, fed it, got it back. But then next thing you know, that snake bit him, rattlesnake, bit him. And as he lay on the floor dying, he was like, wow, look at all that I did for you, and you still bit me? And the snake replied, well, hell, I'm a snake. What did you think I was going to do? That's people. It's an ism of mine. It might be wrong or whatever, but I have a bad habit of, I don't even trust people named Snake. If a guy tells me his name is Weasel and Snake and all this other foolishness, I'm not fooling up with this guy. There's a reason he was named that. Because despite what you may believe, what's inside of your head, who you are, that's just configuration. You are who you're perceived to be. Perception is key. Why you think a person can be dead broke, but they can wear flashy clothes and everything, that doesn't stop them from being broke. That's just the perception you formed on. You think he got it because he's wearing it. You might not know how he got it. And vice versa. There's people walking around, don't have a stitch of designer in their home. Drive a regular car. So you perceive them to be broke because of how they look. In both instances, you're wrong. I'm not broke, but I'm not Jay-Z either. But the point I'm making is experiments and perception is basically what runs this world, man. When you experiment, a lot of people experiment, even in politics. You voted for this guy because you just figured he was the right dude, although all the red flags was right there before your eyes. Even in relationships. Don't get mad now. They're just being who they were. You chose to overlook it. And now you're suffering for it. See, what happens in life is what people don't like to hear is that you attract who you are. If you don't put up with nonsense, you're not going to attract nonsense people. Why you think alcoholics hang with alcoholics? Why do you think junkies hang with junkies? Why do you think clean people don't hang with them? It's unevenly tilted. This is a big world we're living out here, y'all. And this is a beautiful existence if you allow it to be. So, a little tip of advice for 2026. I'm going to quote Maya Angelou. She said it best. When people show you who they are, believe them. That goes for possible mates. That goes for employers. That goes for your friends. That goes for your family. When people show you who they are, believe them. And don't try to grab them and figure you can fix them. You can't. They are who they are, man. Have a busy day today. I just want to jump in and share that with you guys. Catch you again on the next one. Holla back. Thank you for joining in. Because some things need to be said. Some things need to be heard. But seeing is believing. Holla back.